There's a possum in the middle of the road. Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this LASFIT 9006 HB4 LED fog light. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this is a 9006 HB4. So I'm going to be installing this in my 2000 Land Cruiser, but it'll fit many other versions of Land Cruiser and many other vehicles that take a 9006 fog light. So let's open this up. So we have nice packaging here. Here we have some stickers. Oh, it's nice. They have the sticker in 3 different colors. We have red, white, and black. And here we have a product manual. So this highlights the steps on replacing it. You disconnect the power plug, remove the original bulb, connect power to the LED light, and test it out, and then install the bulb. Then it goes on to have more specific instructions for different bulbs. If we go to the back here, we have the specs. So this is the LA Plus series. So it's 30 watts per bulb. Luminous flux is 3000. Color temperature is 6000 K. Light source is automotive grade ultra bright LED flip chip. Here we have the warranty is 1 year. Voltage is 9 to 16 volts. Lifespan is greater than or equal to 30,000 hours. And it's made of aviation aluminum lamp body with exclusive fixed turbo cooling fan. So let's take a closer look at one of these. So here we can see that aluminum body. So there's a lot of aluminum here. This is a giant aluminum heatsink here. And it goes here to these aluminum fins. And then in the back we have a fan here to cool it. So the LEDs are mounted on this board. So you see here, and it has a standard connector. Then it has a braided cable on here. So that's going to give you nice durability. So these bulbs are meant to replace halogen bulbs. So these are not meant for vehicles that have LED already. So let's compare it to a halogen light bulb. So this is a typical halogen light bulb you might already have in your car. So these are typically rated for 1000 to 1500 hours. And this LED bulb is 30,000 hours. So what you'll notice if you look at the halogen light and the LED, that the LED is in a similar position to the filament in a halogen bulb. So you don't want this whole structure lined with LEDs. You want the LED in the middle here because the lens this goes into expects the light to be in this location so it can reflect off the reflector. Now one thing you can do with this is you can rotate it around and change the beam angle a little bit. So that way you can help direct this towards the ground. So let's head out to the car and get this installed. Okay, so here I am at my 2000 Land Cruiser. So this is going to be applicable to other 100 series Land Cruisers. But let's go into the fog light here. So here's the light. Now you're not going to be able to see the bulb very well from the front, maybe a little bit. You can see it right there. We're going to go in from the back side to replace it. So I have the bulbs here. I have my creeper. So let's get under the car. I'm not even going to jack it up. Now if you do need a little more clearance, you could always even pull this up on some ramps. If you do jack it up, make sure you use proper jack stands and proper jacking techniques and such. Okay, so here we can see the back side of the fog light. So to take this off, I want to press in here and then pull down on this. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist the lamp and pull the whole bulb out. So I'll turn it counterclockwise. I'll get it out. That'll give me a little more access. Now I can press in on this a little better and pull this lamp out. Like so. Okay, so now I'm going to take the connector on the LASFIT bulb and I'll connect it up. And the plus side will go to the side of the connector with the white wire. So I'll need to press these together. Now I'll need both hands for this. I'm going to press it until it clicks. There we go. It wasn't super difficult to do, it was just difficult to do with one hand. So now I'm going to insert the bulb into the lens, like so. I want to line up the tabs with the holes, and then I'll rotate it until it locks in place. So if you can see right down here, when I rotate this, the bulb itself will rotate, so rotate it until it stops, and then we'll rotate it until it's locked in place, like so. You saw that white tab slid under, and now we can rotate the bulb to the position we want it in. So I said the plus side goes with this white wire, but what you should do is connect it up, go turn your fog lights on, and make sure it's lit up before you install it in here. So this was the driver's side. I'll do the same to the passenger side now. Okay, so now I have the bulb installed, so you can see it back there now. So now I'm going to go turn the ignition key so we can both see these lit up. So here I'm inside the car, and I just want to show this real quick in case someone isn't really up on how fog lights work. But this is the headlight switch, so this is off, this is regular, this is auto. I'm going to turn it to the on mode since it's daytime, and then this here is for the fog lights. So maybe you bought a car where the fog lights aren't working at all and you're not even 100% sure how to turn them on. Look for a switch like this to turn your fog lights on. So here we can see the bulb. Now this is very bright, but my camera is adjusting. So we can see it on my garage doors here. Now the LED is pointed down and the aluminum heatsink part is pointed up. So we can rotate this, and I'm going to show this at night, but I'll show it also now. So as you can see, we can change the position of the light. Now here are both fog lights during the day. So I'm going to come back at night so we can see what these look like at night, and I'll probably even swap one of my old bulbs back in so I can do a comparison. Okay, so here we can see the lights in the dark, and I'll rotate this. So you can see it's changing the beam pattern a little bit. So now I'll swap out one of these lights with the original halogen so we can do a side-by-side comparison. So here we have the LED light on the right side, or the passenger side, and the halogen light on the left. The LED floodlight is actually lighting up the opposite side more than the halogen light is lighting it. And here you can see it from the front. So the LED light here on the left is a lot wider than the halogen light on the right. So now let's take this on a drive. Okay, so I'm driving along a road where it is very dark. There's not a lot of street lights out here, and there's a lot of wildlife around here too. They can be off on the sides of the road. So this is a place where I like to have extra illumination. So I just have my headlights on right now. So now I'll turn on the fog lights. There we go. And you can see that's a lot more light. There's a huge contrast. So I have great visibility up on the sides and directly in front of my car. I'll turn that off again. So this is just the headlights. This is the LASFIT fog lights. So I'm turning here and I have lots of illumination around this corner. Of course we have street lights here, but it's really illuminating around these corners. And it's just so bright. It feels so much safer driving with these on. So I'll turn these off again. You can see it's very dark up here. Turn these on, super bright. Okay, so now I'm literally in the middle of the woods. I'll turn these on. Now there are campgrounds around here, so when I get close to the campground I don't want these on. But you can really see how this illuminates the road. So it's very dark ahead right now. I can barely see anything. With these on, it really lights up everything around. The possum. There's a possum in the middle of the road. Okay, so I'm going to swap out the left fog light with one of the halogen bulbs so we can see the halogen and the LED side by side. Now I'm only going to do this for a short period of time because you really should have a matched set of fog lights or headlights. Okay, so here I have the halogen light on the left and I have the LASFIT LED light on the right. And really the right side LED light is overpowering the left side. It's just so much brighter. So I don't really need to drive much longer. I made my choice. I'm going to put the LED light back in. Okay, so now I have both LASFIT LED fog lights in. Turn those back on. There we go. Nice and bright. Let's get out of this park here and see if we find any more possums. So those are the LASFIT LED floodlights. I was really impressed with the performance of these. Now I had turned those fog lights off because I was driving near a campground, although it was only around 9 o'clock, but it was very difficult to see that possum. Had I had these on, the possum would have been way more visible, and I did turn the lights on so you could see that the possum was more visible. Now I didn't cover it in my drive. Another advantage of having good fog lights is that you can see potholes. Potholes can be notoriously difficult to see at night. Having a good set of fog lights can help you avoid those sometimes. I think it's great that I was able to take my 22-year-old vehicle and upgrade the fog lights to modern technology. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.